This is for day 21, October 26, 2019, Saturday. Current time is 1:24 a.m. of October 29, 2019. Total bedtime is question mark, question mark, question mark because I can't remember when I went to bed, when I got up. I know, I remember that I went to bed, like I had a screenshot. It was 7:43 a.m. I don't know when I got up. I forgot to take a screenshot or I'm just getting confused. Background music, I think there was no background music, and this is really late because I keep forgetting to make this. I keep forgetting because I'm always editing some other stuff. So yeah, this was really a very wild dream, and it's actually very weird because the dream is related to something with being in a ship, and the night of this day of October 26, 2019, I watched a movie called Triangle, and it was about people getting into a ship. It's so weird, but I was thinking that maybe it could have the same plot, but it wasn't really the same plot. So yeah, it's just weird that I had a dream being in a ship, and it's actually weird because it's kind of it's similar, but it's not the same. It has a different plot, but the, the ship part and the ending part is kind of the same, I think. Anyway, mm, it was very okay. Dream start. It was very cinematic. It was like a movie. I want to tell this properly, but at this point, I'm just gonna say the things that I remember. But in the dream, this was ordered really well, and it was very, very, very cinematic. It was like a movie. Like there were wide shots, and it was very movie-ish. But I can't explain it the way I'm seeing it. Okay, we were trapped in a ship in the middle of nowhere. There was this woman, an old woman. She looked like Miss Minchin, but with partially white hair. I don't know why she was on the ship, but she had a really important role. She was possessed something evil, and it seems like she was aware about it. Like she was possessed by something, but she knows about it and she uses it for something. Let's just call it the thing. It makes her see things, or at least or it kind of gives her the ability to see things that are about to happen, but I'm not sure if it's things that are destined to happen or things that the thing will make happen in the future. Because the visions she sees are deaths. How do you pronounce th with s? Deaths of people in the ship. It's like the only people in the ship were us and the woman, which is also very similar to the movie Triangle. We're the only ones in the ship. She shows the visions through touching the wrist or hands, and it glows red, and it shows the vision. Like it glows red, and it shows the vision. It's like Until Dawn, where when you touch something and see, or let's just make Man of Medan the example because it's very similar because it's also about being in a ship. So it's like Man of Medan where someone touches something and they see a vision, and it actually reminds me. It actually reminds me of Man of Medan because I originally wrote here Until Dawn. So yeah, I feel like this dream is kind of influenced by Man of Medan, especially because there are also visions. Now I realize the deaths in the dream were self inflicted. It's like as if they get possessed by the thing and do the deed themselves. So in a way, it is strongly similar to Man of Medan, where they kind of see differently and they kill each other. I actually don't know the full story of Man of Medan because I was following a playthrough by PewDiePie, and he kind of stopped doing it. So I do not know what happens next. So I'm just gonna mention the parts I remember in a dream because unfortunately, as good as it was, I cannot remember everything. We were running like on the outside of the ship, like the outside part of the ship, like what do you call it? The outside way in the ship. I don't know what we were running from, but before this moment, I'm pretty sure a lot of things and deaths have already happened. We suddenly stop. I think it was the ship driving area, like the part where the captain something where you drive the wheel. The old woman said she had a vision. She touched someone's wrist, and I guess the dude saw it. Like I don't think we saw it, but I think it was like in a dream the guy saw it. It's annoying how I can only remember flashes. The next thing I know is someone falls off the ship. This was a wide shot. This was a wide shot. He had a life jacket, and then when they tried to help him as he was hanging, yeah, he was hanging, but and we were they. I don't know if it's we or they because I'm not sure because sometimes it goes into first person view and sometimes I'm like the cameraman. So yeah, the dude fell, and then when the dude fell, the other one was hanging now. Like the one helping started hanging. Like also fell. Now he's hanging, and then he had he fell off the ship without his life jacket because it got removed while saving him. Like while he was saving the person, the life jacket was removed. I don't know. That's how the dream went. Now at this time, two of them already fell in the ocean, and this protagonist dude attempts to save them by jumping onto something that would swing back and forth. It was like a rope, like a weight. Is it like the hook something in the ship? Like you get the hook from something with a rope, and he was hanging, and then he was swinging, and then there's this one canoe. Like, is it a small boat? That's a small boat, right? The canoe, a small boat. So he attempts to grab it, but when he gets like he was swinging, and then he was when he saw the inside of the boat, there were several people inside the boat. It was so weird. There were several people like crumpled, like doing like this, like a baby formation, and there were so many of them. Like in the top view, you can see two people, and there's so many other people inside it. It's weird. It's like dead bodies, but yeah, it's like dead bodies. They seemed like they were dead because the ocean was very cold at that time, and it seemed like we were already at Antarctica because the environment was already in ice. So confusing, this dream. And then the scene doesn't make sense because the ship was moving forward, and it seems like the canoe was still in the same. Like the ship was moving forward, but the canoe was also following us because the guy swinging could still see the inside of the canoe. So it was like the ship was moving and the canoe was also moving with us. He was swinging. He grabbed a body out, like he was swinging. He grabbed a body out of it to empty the canoe. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to get the canoe to save the other two people, which have by this time have already been left out because the ship was moving. So it doesn't make sense. And it seemed like they weren't actually dead. They were just sleeping because they started like when the dude started removed one body of the canoe. Some of them started moving. And then at this point, it was already too late to save the two people that fell off the ship because they were washed away. So so we then go to the POV of what? I wrote here. So we then go to the POV of the two washed, casted away adventurers. Yeah, they were now on land, which is also spoiler alert, nobody's gonna watch it anyway. So it's kind of similar to Triangle, where the girl got washed away to land. I feel like they were in, which is very weird because I had this dream before I saw Triangle. So that's that. I feel like they were in Cambridge, Though I don't know how Cambridge looks, but it seems like in the dream, the words that comes out in my head is Cambridge. Now they were walking and they were confused on what to. There were two of them. For some reason, I was third wheeling them. Yeah, I wasn't a cameraman. For some reason, I was with them. I do not know I was with them. The dude the dude was I and the girl was A, and I was like, well, at least we're in Cambridge, so this is free travel. The fuck? So we went into a school, a very fancy school. I also remember I was like, oh shit, it's fancy here, but why were there no guards? Like we entered the school and I was like, I don't know why I said it. Like, oh, this school is so fancy, but it has no guards because we just entered the school without getting checked if you were students of the school. So yeah, we kept walking and saw visuals in the school. It was very like there were visuals in the school, but it wasn't gloomy, but it wasn't really bright. It wasn't in a very joyful mood. The visuals were like a cemetery with tombs and wall tombs, like the tombs that are in the wall, and plants cut into cross shape, like plant. Oh, it's like the one where you garden, like the plants are now shaped into cross. So we continued walking and saw this kid who, for some reason, we felt like he also has the same ability to see things. He was touching a plant, and we did the same. I don't like the three of us touched the plants. We were in a line. It's me, and then there was I, and then A, and then the kid. He had white hair like Delphi in Regalia Lost. He showed something. He ripped a leaf slowly, like yeah, he ripped a leaf slowly and showed us how it healed itself slowly. And then like if you like, he showed us that he it's so hard because there's no I can't get the words right in a dream. Like he ripped the leaf slowly and he showed that if you rip it slowly, it would also heal slowly. And then he ripped it again, but this time quicker, and he showed us how it healed a lot quicker when he instantly ripped the leaf. I don't know what kind of analogy he was showing us, but he proceeded to slash a human thigh. A human thigh, but there was no thigh. Like, the point was he cut a thigh, but it wasn't really someone's thigh. And he showed us that it would disappear. Like the slash in the thigh would eventually disappear, and then he slashed a face. But also there's it's no one's face. It's he just slashed a face, just an example. And he showed us it would leave a scar in the face. I really don't know what he's trying to make. And then he turned into this bald Filipino actor that I can't remember. Uh, is it Bembel Rocco? Is it Bembel Rocco? Bembel. Do I am I how am I having Bembel Rocco? Is it Bembel Rocco? I'm not sure. Oh yes, it is him. It is him. It was Bembel Rocco, and then and then he said something to us, like he faced us, and then he said, it's, this was the kid, okay?" And then he turned to him, and then he said us that the way to cure your liver is to eat liver, and I was actually it was so long. It paused in his face. It didn't pause in his face. It was like an ending shot of his face, and I was expecting him to say like, the way to cure your liver is to eat liver, human liver." But he didn't say it. He didn't say it. It was so long, and it was actually, yeah, I was expecting him to say that, but since it took so long, the alarm rang. It was like I was waiting for him to say human liver, and then I woke up. Also, the dream I think before this one was it has something to do with a cockroach, but I cannot remember. It has something to do with a cockroach, but I just cannot remember what it was. And that is day 21.